This year has seen South Africa's agricultural industry on tenterhooks as the US made threats and finally implemented import tariffs on South African products. At a higher level, owners of production chains have been encouraged to use mitigation measures such as diversification of their markets to deal with the issue. But what of those that are closer to the ground? How have the tariffs impacted farm workers as well as farm businesses and their communities surrounding them? Ernest Mukhawane of Makatleni Trust joins us for more. Ernest, welcome to a late edition. Very excited to be speaking to you. I want to know more about your business first before we go into talking about how the US tariffs have impacted you. Tell us about your business and the production that happens there.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity and also the producers for this coverage. Our business as Makatleni Trust, our core values is to make farming our game, and we are primarily involved in the production of mango and avocado. We have a small farm in Deer Park located in Tzaneen, which was founded in about 15 years back. Primarily, we have got a number of cultivars on the mango side, which is about 5 cultivars, just to mention Kent, Keat, Tommy Atkins, Saber and Sensations. On avocado, we've got Hess, Fuerte, Lamp Hess, and also Ryan. Our primary production basically revolves around those two primary commodities.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now tell us about how maybe generally, firstly, the local economy has impacted business. Have you seen any changes? And also moving into the issue of tariffs, how has that impacted your business at Makatleni Trust, if at all?
Since the impositions of the tariff about almost 6 months back in April, there's been a downtrend on the businesses on the side of Makatleni, more specifically on the avocado side. Unfortunately, at the moment, we are not yet exporting to the US because we haven't got that license through a sub-drop, which we have been negotiating its way for the last years. But they have open markets up to Japan, China, and India. And it's been very difficult with these Food and Drug Associations of the US to get the trend going on with the tumbling of the rand going down on the spiral of even on the local market, which we are exporting, flooding of the market on many instances where the market crashes and the price goes down.
Yeah.
Basically, the farmer is the one who takes the price. They all determine the price. The value chain from the pack houses up to the chain markets, the chain stores, and all the like.
Yeah.
So we take the price. There's nothing we can do.
Right. Let's bring it a little bit closer to home. Ernest, it's now the festive season, and I know a lot of people who are based here in Gauteng are heading to Limpopo, coming back home. Do you find that this is generally the time where they reach out to you to want those avocados, to want those mangoes, and in January wanting to go back home with them? What is the demand like during this time?
Yeah, the trend has been difficult. Rather, for some years, there is a bumper season. Like, for instance, this year we had a lot of rain coming on in March. And where I specialize more specifically on the climatic change, shifting the focus more on global warming. But there's a lot of demand for mangoes at this time of the year. Unfortunately, there are some people who are crashing the market, bringing in a cultivar like Tommy Atkins on the 25th of November, which is unripe, and putting it with some chemicals to ripen it up. Which is very bad for the market. So people need to wait for some time to get those mangoes ripe. The Tommy Atkins market is now on a full swing in the Joburg market, in Cape Town, and more specifically in Pretoria and even Kempton Park at Prince. But primarily, a lot of to Atkins, like my neighboring farms like Ridley, Nesari, and also Lapland, will start picking up in January, from the 5th of January also. So the consumers need to be aware of the fact that they need to wait for the correct time when they are picking up, when the commercial farmers are picking like Siminar and loading it up to the trucks, going on into the harbor for exports and some other things. But unfortunately, on our side on Deer Park, it's a very wet area along the rainy season on the Mujaji area. You cannot export. The turnaround time of the shipment will be basically 22 to 30 days. By the time they arrive in Europe, the whole crate will be broken.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Ernest Mukhawane of the Makatleni Trust, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. I've been chatting to Ernest Mukhawane. He is the founder of Makatleni Trust, or is with Makatleni Trust, and giving us an overview of what's happening in Limpopo and in his farms, avocados and mangoes, he says.